Guys, I hope this video finds you well. Year of the horse is coming up. It's going to be a very, very good year. We're also in the midst of major geopolitical changes. And no matter what's going on within this reality, within your lives, I really would like for you all to focus on adaptation and maintenance of your affirmation campaign. You must run your affirmation campaign. You must do it. You must do it diligently. And I know many of you do this, but this is just a kind reminder. I really want you to go do this. Adaptivity and controlling of your reality through affirmations is the only way you're going to successfully navigate this minefield that is developing ahead of us. Now, I'll tell you a little story here. I got a scratch inside my car, and I intentionally left that scratch there to remind me. There's a bunch of reasons, but it's to remind me that life is imperfections. We're not walking around in brand new clothes every single day. We're not dealing in a pristine, clean house every single day. Things are not going well for us every single day. It's not a blue sky every single day. Life is filled with imperfections, and you have to embrace those imperfections. So when we do our affirmations, we have this idea of perfection, perhaps shaped by Hollywood. But remember, guys, what you're going to get is the imperfect reality that is the net result of your thoughts and the life that you have lived. Embrace that imperfectness. You will find that it's colorful. You will find there's attributes of it that you just completely enjoy. And guys, that is the goal of long-term sustainability. Now I know, I kind of know that many of you guys are like, yeah, I know affirmations. Yeah, I know. But what about this and what about that? Guys, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. All right? You got ICE beating the shit out of Americans. You got Trump threatening Greenland, Cuba, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Venezuela. Plus you've got his minions starting wars in Burkina Faso and stuff going on in Taiwan. All kinds of shit happening. Trump is one fuck of a shit stirrer. I'm not going to deny that. That's the truth. Is there anything you can do about it? No, but you can control your own reality. And then I get stuff, yeah, but look at this, and they're sending me stuff about the Epstein files. They're sending me stuff about Israel and Mossad and all this stuff. And yeah, I know about it. And yeah, it's disgusting. And yeah, I've seen some of those fucking videos. And yeah, they're really disturbing. Nightmare shit. Guys, I can't control the world. Well, I can control the reality, those that some of you are within, but not the whole world. I'm a big boy, but I'm not a giant. Okay? There's only so much I can do. And in regards to domain and the DC, that's kind of what I want to talk about today. So, for those of you who want to know what the DC is, maybe you envision a commander that's sitting at a desk or something. What I'm going to tell you is going to be very extreme. if you don't like it, I mean, you all can disengage from Metallic Man and all that stuff if you feel more comfortable with that. I just want you guys to do well, okay? And the details regarding me and domain commander and stuff, that's just, footnotes in a large volume. But the implantation was not a mechanical device, was not an electrical device, it was a biological device. It was genetically grown and acts as a symbiote. Do you guys know what a symbiote is? A symbiote is another life form. And as another life form, it merges with another life form, and the two life forms become one. In my case, the symbiote is a standard general purpose issue symbiote. It's just grown, one of thousands, if not millions, that are used for these various purposes. And then it's customized to the host, which is me. And so they do some kind of biological adaptation and customization. And the symbiote is intelligent, and it acts as a router, like a Wi-Fi kind of. So it connects to me, we share our brain, and it operates at a faster speed than I do. My mental cycles and everything operates at a much higher speed. And it only sees and knows what I see and know. If I don't know anything about it, it doesn't know any shit. And then it also is connected to this kind of web. I'll call it a web. We understand web as an electronic device. They have a biological web, and it connects to this kind of biological web. All right? Which seems to be a common place for all members of domain. And this symbiote connects to that, which I've already alluded to in other ways. And it's able to access resources along that web. So think of it as sort of like a supercharged internet access team governed by AI that's biologically integrated. And that's what DC is. That's what the domain commander is. So it isn't a physical person sitting in a rocket ship somewhere or a flying saucer somewhere and dealing with me. That's what it is. If any of you find that disgusting or icky, the ick, isn't that the term the young girls now use, the ick? They go out with a guy and they say, he's giving me the ick. Whatever. So that's what that's all about, don't you know? And so I just want you to kind of understand, that's my full disclosure. Totally different than anything I've written about before, but that's because I didn't know. Now I know. Now you guys know. And what are you going to do about it? Jack shit. There's nothing you can do about it. What am I going to do about it? Jack shit. Nothing I can do about it. That's just what it is. But the good news is that kind of makes me a little bit of Ripley 8, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess it does, huh? Woo-woo, I'm tooting my horn. So what I've said all long before still holds, okay? And for those of you who say, well, you're the only one who's got this symbiote, no, I'm not. There's about 200,000 others on this planet. The only difference between me and those 200,000 others is that I had the ELF probe training that enabled me to monitor what's going on. And then that was disrupted by, whatever the guy's name is, Lester, disrupted by that jackass. Then I went in and I reprogrammed the calibration. And so now I am walking around knowing what's going on. Well, sort of knowing what's going on. I'm more like Jason Bourne in that case. So yeah, I'm Ripley Yates and Jason Bourne combined together, called MM. Don't you know? A little bit about me. I kind of wanted to get it off my shirt, so I got it off my shirt so you guys kind of know. And I wanted to remind you all about affirmations. I also wanted to remind you guys, don't to get too upset about this stuff going on. The news media is insane. I mean, they have reached a level of insanity. Holy crap, H Christ. It is just downright pure and total, unequivocal bullshit. And so, therefore, don't get too caught up in it. You will notice that your social media feeds are being curated. Sure as shit. Forget about making money on them. You know, and now I'm going to diverge a little bit on a rant. Now, in future MM posts, you're going to see some videos by Tucker Carlson talking with, what's his name, from the Y-Files. And they're discussing stuff about everything. And one of the things they discuss is, well, whenever somebody had an invention that threatened a big American company, the big American company or the government kills the inventor, seizes the information, and suppresses it. And that's been going on now for 70 fucking years. Not happening in China. So now you're seeing something. You know what you're seeing? You're seeing China, space age, modern, flying to the moon and flying to Mars and setting up colonies. You know, they set up a space academy. A friggin' space academy. A real academy. To train astronauts and astrophysicists. It's actually in operation right now. So they're leaping ahead because they don't have handcuffs on their technological geniuses, on their tinkerers. And they're just doing well. Now that's not just that. Meanwhile, these greedy ass corporations that are suppressing all the new stuff are also inflating the prices of everything. Where you've got McDonald's with a burger that's only 15% meat and the rest is filler of various types. Where you've got everything pumped full of corn syrup and sugars and just neutral fillers. And you're getting all kinds of this nonsense stuff. You're getting all kinds of it in everything. Meanwhile, you got the American government that seems to think that it can continue as it does forever and ever and ever, and they're totally lunatics. So, the United States is a declining empire, and I'm going to give you some insight. Now, those of you who are Chinese, and there's a few of you, and by the way, in case you think I don't care, I do care. I'm just busy as all get out. I'm just a very busy guy. Okay, but my Chinese friends are great assets to the Metallic Man cause. So here's a shout out to you. But I do want to say a couple things. I think it was the Qing dynasty. United States is going through that. Going right through that. And they're being warned. And the leadership and all the experts are ignoring the warnings. They're just playing lemon. They're being lemons. Following the leaders off the cliffs. And it's a biological imperative. They can't control themselves. And they will eventually die off. We don't know how badly, whether it's going to be catastrophic or a slow burn and it'll somehow end up like the ruins of Liverpool. But it's a slow burn, whatever it is. Judging from what I'm seeing over the last 8 years, last decade, the United States seems to be going by way of firecracker, really. It looks like it's going to ignite and explode and just have a lot of burnt out pieces lying all over the place smoldering. And that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like right now. I can't predict the future. Guys, I can't predict the future. I can just see trends. Just see trends. That's all I can do. And you guys are just as good as I am in seeing trends. Just make sure that you curate your sources. Because if all you do is listen to Hal Turner and read Zero Hedge, your opinion about what's going to happen is going to be terribly distorted. Same way on the left, too. You just watch BBC and CNN, yeah, you're going to have pretty distorted views of what's going on. So you got to really curate and cultivate your sources. And I'm sorry about this little bit of a rant. You know, I'm a guy. I signed up for this, but I didn't know what I was signing up for. I signed up for this, but I didn't know what I signed up for. And so here I am. And you guys, every single one of you have signed up for what you have. You might not have known what it was going to be for. But, yeah. You're living it. And I like to think that good things are coming your way. I like to think that a lot of good things are coming your way. I have a preferential belief that many good things are coming your way, and I happen to know a few things that seem to indicate this in a positive, absolutist light. So, that this meandering discourse is part rant, because some of you actually asked for one, and I actually feel like it. Part of it is I want to get something off my chest, get it off my shirt about, what the DC is. Give you some of you some more understanding and scare some of the other guys away. And kind of talk a little bit about the importance of affirmations. Don't get so caught up the way that the Bernstein Bears are. Don't get so caught up with the idea that the Flintstones never smoked cigarettes on that cartoon. Don't get too caught up about, the monocle man on Monopoly. It's a good thing that those changes in the reality occurred. That tells you that reality can be bent and changed. Each one of you consciousness are living within a bubble of reality that sits within a unified reality that also sits in other realities. So that's the multi-worlds theories. It's not one here, one there, one here, one there. No. They're one within others, within others, within others, and we're all simultaneously rolling around in this big stew pot. Try to grasp that for a second. Then you'll see the beauty and the elegance of this reality and how you can change it. Remember, reality is a stew that you're sharing with other realities, and you can change your part of it. People, take care. Know that I believe in you. Be kind to dogs and cats. And I'm going to give my final belief statement because some of you really need to hear this. I do believe in you. I think every single one of you are doing the best you can. And for some of you, it's extra hard. Do not freak out about it. You'll be fine. Take care, people.